The Northern Cape is the largest and most sparsely populated province of South Africa. It was created in 1994 when the Cape Province was split up. Its capital is Kimberley. It includes the Kalahari Gemsbok National Park, part of the Kagalagadi Trans-Frontier Park, an international park shared with Botswana. It also includes the Orgrabies Falls and the diamond mining regions in Kimberley and Alexander Bay. The Namaqualand region in the west is famous for its Namaqualand daisies. The southern towns of Durban and Colesberg, in the Greater Karoo, are major transport nodes between Johannesburg, Cape Town and Port Elizabeth. In the northeast, Kuruman is famous as a mission station and also for its eye. The Orange River flows through the province, forming the borders with the Free State in the southeast and with Namibia to the northwest. The river is also used to irrigate the many vineyards in the arid region near Upington. Native speakers of Afrikaans comprise a higher percentage of the population in the Northern Cape than in any other province. The Northern Cape's four official languages are Afrikaans, Tswana, Xhosa, and English. Minorities speak the other official languages of South Africa, and a few people speak indigenous languages such as Nama and Khwe. The provincial motto, Sa, Aisi, Uisi, is in the NU language of the NNE people. It was given in 1997 by one of the language's last speakers, Ms. Elsie Valbooi of Rietfontein, who has since died. It was South Africa's first officially registered motto in a Khoisan language. Subsequently, South Africa's national motto, Ke Zara, Ke, was derived from the extinct Northern Cape XAM language. History. The Northern Cape was one of three provinces carved out of the Cape Province in 1994, the others being Western Cape to the south and Eastern Cape to the southeast. Politically, it had been dominated since 1994 by the African National Congress. Ethnic issues are important in the politics of the Northern Cape. For example, it is the site of the Orania settlement, whose leaders have called for a Volksstaat for the Afrikaner people in the province. The Northern Cape is also the home of over 1,000 San who immigrated from Namibia following the independence of the country. They had served as trackers and scouts for the South African government during the war, and feared reprisals from their former foes. They were awarded a settlement in Platfontein in 1999 by the Mandela government. The pre-colonial history of the Northern Cape is reflected in a rich, mainly Stone Age, archaeological heritage. Cave sites include Wonderwork Cave near Kuruman, which has a uniquely long sequence stretching from the turn of the 20th century at the surface to more than 1 million years in its basal layer. Many sites across the province, mostly in open-air locales or in sediments alongside rivers or pans, document earlier, Middle and later Stone Age habitation. From later Stone Age times, mainly, there is a wealth of rock art sites, most of which are in the form of rock engravings such as at Wildebeest Cool and many sites in the area known as XAM Cow in the Karoo. They occur on hilltops, slopes, rock outcrops and occasionally in a riverbed. In the northeastern part of the province there are sites attributable to the Iron Age such as Didikong. Environmental factors have meant that the spread of Iron Age farming westwards was constrained mainly to the area east of the Langeberg Mountains, but with evidence of influence as far as the Upington area in the 18th century. From that period the archaeological record also reflects the development of a complex colonial frontier when pre-colonial social formations were considerably disrupted and there is an increasing, fabric-heavy, imprint of built structures, ash heaps, and so on. The copper mines of Namaqualand and the diamond rush to the Kimberley area resulted in industrial archaeological landscapes in those areas which herald the modern era in South African history. Geography. See also List of cities and towns in the Northern Cape. The Northern Cape is South Africa's largest province, and distances between towns are enormous due to its sparse population. Its size is just shy of the size of the American state of Montana and slightly larger than that of Germany. The province is dominated by the Karoo Basin and consists mostly of sedimentary rocks and some dolerite intrusions. The south and southeast of the province is high-lying, 1,200–1,900 meters, in the Rock-of-Eld and Nieuwe-Veld districts. The west coast is dominated by the Namaqualand region, famous for its spring flowers. This area is hilly to mountainous and consists of granites and other metamorphic rocks. The central areas are generally flat with interspersed salt pans. Kimberlite intrusions punctuate the Karoo rocks, giving the province its most precious natural resource, diamonds. The north is primarily Kalahari Desert, characterized by parallel red sand dunes and acacia tree dry savanna. Northern Cape has a shoreline in the west on the South Atlantic Ocean. It borders the following areas of Namibia and Botswana: Karas region, Namibia, northwest; Hardap region, Namibia, far northwest; Kagalagadi district, Botswana, north. Domestically, it borders the following provinces: Northwest, Northeast, Free State, East, Eastern Cape, Southeast, Western Cape, South and Southwest. Rivers. The major river system is the Orange River Basin, draining the interior of South Africa westwards into the Atlantic Ocean. The principal tributary of the Orange is the Vaal River, which flows through part of the Northern Cape from the vicinity of Warrenton. The Vaal, in turn, has tributaries within the province: the Hearts River and the Riet River, which has its own major tributary, the Modder River. Above the Orange-Vaal confluence, the Siki River drains part of the northeastern Karoo into the Orange River above the Van der Kloof Dam. Next downstream from the Orange-Vaal confluence is the Brak River, which flows non-perennially from the south and is in turn fed by the Jonges River, rising in the vicinities of Hanover and Richmond respectively. Along the Orange River near the town of Kakamas, the Hartebeest River drains the central Karoo. Above Kenhardt, the Hartebeest is known as the Sack River, which has its source on the northern side of the escarpment, southeast of Williston. Further downstream from Kakamas, below the Orgrabies Falls, and seldom actually flowing into the Orange River, is the Molopo River, which comes down from the Kalahari in the north. With its tributary, the Nosab River, it defines part of the international boundary between South Africa and Botswana. Further tributaries of the Molopo River include the Kuruman River, fed by the Moshaweng River and Kokol River, and the Matwaring River. Flowing west into the Atlantic, in Namaqualand, is the Buffels River and further south, the Grain River. Climate: mostly arid to semi-arid. Few areas in the province receive more than 400 mm of rainfall per annum, and the average annual rainfall over the province is 202 mm. Rainfall generally increases from west to east from a minimum average of 20 mm to a maximum of 540 mm per year. The west experiences most rainfall in winter, while the east receives most of its moisture from late summer thunderstorms. Many areas experience extreme heat, with the hottest temperatures in South Africa measured along the Namibian border. Summer's maximums are generally 30 degrees Celsius or higher, sometimes higher than 40 degrees Celsius. Winters are usually frosty and clear, with southern areas sometimes becoming bitterly cold, such as Sutherland, which often receives snow, and temperatures occasionally drop below the -10 degrees Celsius mark. Kimberley averages: January maximum 33 degrees Celsius, June maximum 18 degrees Celsius. Annual precipitation 414 mm. Springbok averages: January maximum 30 degrees Celsius, July maximum 17 degrees Celsius. Annual precipitation 195 mm. Sutherland averages: January maximum 27 degrees Celsius, July maximum 13 degrees Celsius. Annual precipitation 237 mm. Municipalities. The Northern Cape Province is divided into 5 district municipalities, which are subdivided into 27 local municipalities, cities and towns. Population 50,000 plus Kimberley, Uppington. Population 10,000 plus Douglas, Berkeley West, Colesberg, Dura, Jan Kempdorp, Kathu, Kuruman, Postmasburg, Prieska, Springbok, Victoria West, Warrenton. Population less than 10,000 Orania, Carnarvon, Garies, Greekwasted, Groblershoop, Hartswater, Chemos, Karkamas, Pofadder, Port Nolloth, Stridenberg, Sutherland, Vanderkloof. Economy. Most famous for the diamond mines around Kimberley, the Northern Cape also has a substantial agricultural area around the Orange River, including most of South Africa's Sultana vineyards. Some wine of origin areas have been demarcated. The Orange River also attracts visitors who enjoy rafting tours around Vioolsdrift. Extensive sheep raising is the basis of the economy in the southern Karoo areas of the province. Demographics. About 68% of the population are first-language Afrikaans speakers, other primary languages being Tswana, Xhosa and English. To the extent that apartheid-era population classification persists, the majority of the Northern Cape population is characterized as colored people who self-identify as San people, some of whom retain distinct indigenous cultural elements such as Khoisan languages, but no longer subsist by hunting and gathering, live in the Northern Cape.